out of North Bergen with a 25-1 record, seated third in this weight class, and he's going up against the #1 seed, Luke Skove. Luke out of Long Branch trying to join his brother Judd as a state champion. Luke, the #1 seed here, won the state championship a year ago at 129 pounds. Luke Skove in the green. Crowley in the yellow. Crowley out of North Bergen, Skove out of Long Branch. This is match number 6 out of 12.
Official card on that last bout. The winner, number...
Nice single, and a hard counter by, Skove is good. Skove is good. He missed one move and came up with another. He's got a single in there nice and tight now. It's at the edge of the mat, so he won't finish it. He was in nice and tight on that single. Crowley strong. Equipment adjustment.
And Luke, wrestling here, was the state champion last year at 129. He moves up to 135, and his brother Jude wins at 129 this time around.
And single ankle, Crowley's in on that single. Skove is very slick. Off the mat, no takedown, off the mat.
Crowley 25-1 this year, 73-18-1 career. Skove has only lost once in his career, 83-1-1 is his
double
overall.
leg, nice. I'll tell you, Crowley is very impressive with his ability to counter. Skove was in very tight for just an instant on that double leg, and Crowley pushed right out of it.
20 seconds to go in the first period, no score.
I think what Skove has to be careful, many times when you get a real good kid like Skove, who's used to taking his, look at this, nice ankle pick. I think he had two. No, Josiah said no takedown. Well, he said no. I guess he was right because the mat judges agreed with him. What happens, you take a kid like Skove who's used to getting these takedowns, sometimes he gets impatient, says it's a minute's gone by and I don't have my 2 points yet.
Well, a period's gone by and he doesn't have his 2 points.
He left himself open. I tell you, he was very close to giving up 2.
Diaz versus Shelley, Buzzy, and Skove. That's Jude. When you get your breath.
Crowley in the semifinals came up with a sudden pin over Rutledge from Phillipsburg. A real dramatic sudden pin. Look at that. Oh my goodness, that Skove makes it look so easy.
1-0. He gets a point 10 seconds into the second period.
Skove tried to duck under. It was blocked, so he came right back with something else, which was also blocked. But that's the way he wrestles. You know, very often after a wrestler successfully blocks a move, he kind of takes a breather, Bill, sort of congratulates himself on blocking that move, and is very vulnerable at that instant. And I don't know why more wrestlers don't hit immediately after that first move is blocked. Come right in with something else. Skove doesn't, but he's up against a tough kid who can counter.
And we'll get a whistle.
You see, Bill, there's no point awarded here. Both boys are still in neutral, but nobody's stalling. These two kids are working hard. It's just that they're even. They're very even. Nice and tight. Skove is in tight on that single leg, but Crowley doesn't give up an inch. He's going to give it up now. He's got 2 now. Skove got his 2.
So it's 3-0 now. Skove in the green on top with the lead. Now, Pete, let me ask you this. These guys are working hard.
We got a nice Crowley.
3-1.
Excuse me, Bill. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you short. I just got excited there. It was a nice elevator, and he came out with a neutral. Go ahead. What were you saying?
Gets 1 point there. Wanted to ask you the fact that these kids wrestled, what, 2-3 hours ago?
Right.
They wrestled last night, and they wrestled a few days ago when it all began. So all of them have to be in just super shape.
That's right.
But from watching the semis, have you noticed anything where someone looked maybe let it hurt in 2 minutes?
That's right. Forget about it. You're right, Bill. And, you know, a good wrestler like Crowley, any of the boys at this stage, that ankle's not going to bother them that much, because most of the wrestling now is going to be on the mat. Going takedowns, that ankle would be a hindrance. But it's not a sport like basketball where he has to be cutting back and forth.
Let's see, he's not even limping a period. All he needs is a quick reversal, and he's back even. Just trails by 2. But
right.
Skove is tough, undefeated.
And a very good rider. Very good rider. Stays right with him.
Number 1 seed here at 135 pounds, state champ last year at 129. Only a junior. The question, will he go up to 141 next year and try to make it 3 straight at 3 different weight classes?
Maybe. Josiah Payne just gave a warning for stalling to Skove. He felt that Skove was not trying to turn his man. And that's the objective up top. You work for the pin. I think both these boys are tired, Bill. There's really not much motion. Now you see, Skove has that one ankle tied up. He's got that one leg, or he did. Yeah, he covered it again. He keeps that leg bulldogged, and he puts in that half. But really, to turn a man, you can't do it with that one leg tied up. He's going to have to come out to the side. So he's making sort of a feeble gesture at pinning his man, but he's not really working for it.
30 seconds to go. Still 3-1. Skove leads it. 135-pound weight class.
Now the mat judges are standing up. They want a stalling call, I'm sure. Up top, yeah. So they gave 1 point to Crowley because they feel that Skove was stalling.
So it's 3-2 with 20 seconds to go.
That's not that bad a call, I'll tell you. He had that 2-point lead, and there's no reason that Josiah should just let him sit out the period by riding.
Now, with only 20 seconds, could he be penalized again for stalling?
He could be penalized. When I'm officiating, I'll stick somebody for stalling, and then I'll count to 5. If they don't make a good attempt in that count of 5, I'll stick them again.
Well, only 5 seconds to go.
Look here, he's getting back points now.
So that's going to wrap it up.
That's 2 more.
And Skove's going to win it. I guess the final will be 5-2, right? 6-2.
6-2. He had riding time.
So Luke Skove joins his brother Jude as a champion. Luke Skove winning at 135 pounds. Back-to-back state championships for that young man. Last year winning at 129.
Nice job. Nice job. Skove's very talented wrestler. And Crowley's got nothing.
Seated. And he's going up